Well, hello there and welcome to Travels with Geordie. If this is your first visit, my name is Peter Knowles and I live on a classic wooden motor cruiser, well, way over in the corner there, along with the loving memory of my pup Geordie, all the while fixing it up for some pretty ambitious cruising. If that's the sort of thing you might find interesting, please consider sticking around and subscribing. I'd love to have you. Yes, here I am at the Port Townsend Wooden Boat Festival. I mean, what an amazing weekend this has been. Just unbelievable. The vibe here, the energy, the young people that are interested in wooden boats here, the shipwrights, it's just amazing. Anyway, this is boat building mecca, at least on the west coast of this continent. So we're going to be jumping back in time, as we always do, as arriving here on Thursday. It seems like a month ago, and through some of the stuff that I've seen over the weekend, to be fair, I'm not detailing every boat. I'm hardly getting on any of them. I was very, very busy staying aboard Poem, answering questions, and meeting all you beautiful people that dropped by to say hi. So as a result, I've just given you a brief overview of what it's like to be here. Come on your own, you'll love it. And good morning from Fort Flagler State Park. I had a pretty good night in here last night, as well as a lovely evening with several boats worth of people aboard Thelonious, which was right here. I am the last boat to leave the mooring field because my group goes in at 2 o'clock, which I'm coming upon right now, so I can't tell you how stressful this is. It's really amazing, actually, listening on the radio, all the boats being brought in. So I'm getting geared up to head over. It's about a half-hour steam over to the mouth of the harbor. I'll go pretty slow because I'm a little early, and I certainly don't want to cause any more traffic crisis than there probably already is over there. Okay, let's go. Yes, I'm here in Port Townsend. I made it. So exciting. All right, Thursday night, off to the beer tent. Well, good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning at the Port Townsend Wooden Boat Festival, and I'm going to take you on a little tour of the docks early, because this is pretty much the only opportunity you can get up and down the docks without quite a lot of people around. Better living through coffee. I was going to say it's my favorite coffee shop in town, but as you can see with the long wait out the door, it's everyone's favorite coffee shop in town. Oh, okay. I drink a latte breve, which is a latte made with cream instead of milk. And in Canada, that would be made with something we call coffee cream at 18%. America doesn't have coffee cream. It has something they call half and half, which is half of something and half of something else. And something they call heavy cream, which we call whipping cream at 35%. This is 35% whipping cream. Whew. Absolute bliss, this stuff. Okay. This little beauty is the Beta Marine 25. It just happens to be on display here at the show. This will be the little sweetheart that powers Poem in the future. Oh my gosh. Okay. Seminars, workshops, demonstrations, stuff for kids. It's just amazing. Everything wooden boat is all in this one place.
And salty bastards that sneak up on you in the middle of a shot.
And of course, Port Townsend hosts the Maritime Center, which is just a fabulous resource for all things wooden boat, as well as the Wooden Boat School. You figured this is a bicycling town? Holy mackerel. Bands on the stage, straight time. Some are awesome. Food trucks, everything you need. By the way, a fantastic Greek gyro. Hey, a whole fleet of absolutely beautiful boats, some restored and some brand new, are up here on the Hard. It's just an amazing place to be. There's just so much positive energy about everything wooden or classic boat here. I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss it. It closes in about an hour. We're gonna do a sail past and then back to the real world. There's a sweetheart. aboard electric philosophy with the fabulous couple of Ed and Eileen that have dreamed this up, made it happen, and we're going to talk in a minute about what you've been able to do with it. This is a full electric yacht, right? Solar yacht. Exactly. The key point. I missed that.
Yes.
So what? I mean, you've had an interest in the concept of having a full electric, solar, non-plug-in yacht for a while, and you did the math and you figured it out and you proved us all wrong, right?
Well, that's what people tell us anyway. They still say it can't be done.
Right.
And we're doing it.
And how have you proved it? Where has the boat been?
We just got back from Wrangell, Alaska.
There you go. So
Starting in Olympia, Washington.
Right. Olympia, Washington to Alaska and back, never once plugging in.
Right.
Right.
Not once.
Making
Not
pancakes all the way.
Exactly.
And, lots of
pancakes
ice for the
every
drinks.
day.
Absolutely
Yes.
perfect, you know. And this is a boat that proved that it can be done. I mean, it was engineered, was figured out, good suppliers, you know, good products. The solar is advancing, the batteries are advancing, you know, and you were able to find all the best stuff to make that happen.
Correct.
And it's quite a process, I imagine.
Yeah. Yes. The problem is that the system is not out there. That's all put together.
No turnkey for this.
Right.
Yeah.
So the batteries are from bare cells, prismatic cells.
Yeah.
Put my own BMS together, all the wiring for that.
Yeah.
Balanced all the cells, matched all the cells.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. Thousands of hours.
I mean, it's a
And
passion.
then installed it all in the boat. Hauled it all from
Right.
Arizona to Iowa to
Right.
here, and then installed it all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Am I going to get a little peek in the battery compartments?
Oh, I think we
Yeah.
can
We'll
probably
have a little look
yeah,
down there, and we'll
yeah.
take you down.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's
Even
it's
somebody
really,
your height can get in there,
can get
and
in
it's
there
pretty comfortable.
and see
There's
it
more
and
space.
see it. Excellent. And so what is the future of electric boating? What do you see as the future of fully electric, solar only boating?
Oh, it's going to happen. And
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, this area, Peter's in Port Townsend, of course.
Right.
Excuse me. They're the group that is putting together the plan.
Right.
So that people that are interested
Yeah.
in doing a full electric, solar electric,
Yeah.
non-plug-in,
Yeah. And no hybrid.
and no hybrids, they can do that. They
They
have
do
a
it.
resource that they can go to
Right.
and get information
Yeah.
to be able to do this. This is still very, very, very new.
Very new.
But that source is, just to clarify, that source is not us.
Yes, it's not.
Oh, yeah,
we
exactly,
know,
exactly, yeah.
we have gotten to
Yeah.
know some professionals in
Yeah.
the area that are very interested in
Yeah.
doing this, and that's who is
Looking
really
after that.
going to be
And you gave me a card for them. I'll put a
resource.
link down in the comments below, just if you want to follow along how that technology is developing. I mean, and it's super exciting. I mean, as you all know, I really wanted to electrify Palm. And is that possible, Ed?
No.
Well,
I mean,
no, it's possible to electrify any boat.
Right.
Whether could you make it solar powered with
Right.
that boat?
Oh, yeah,
no.
full solar is what I'm
No.
saying. Yeah, full solar.
No.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
Sorry, you-
unfortunately, no.
As
not-
much work as you
Oh,
put
you
into
didn't.
that roof.
You broke my heart.
As much work as you put into that roof, there
Right.
is not a big enough roof
Exactly.
to have enough
Yeah,
solar
exactly.
panels to do
It's just
that.
not practical.
Right.
And we obviously tell that to people
Yeah.
over and over and
Yeah.
over, and they
Yeah.
don't like to hear that.
No.
But
No.
I don't want to get people into the idea that they can do something that's really not practical. The normal boat, no. And I
No.
wouldn't do it. We had thought about possibly converting a boat.
Right.
No.
No,
Yeah,
not
we-
Numbers
we,
absolutely
we
not
actually
work.
started to look into it, and it was like, oh,
Right.
this.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
need too much to truly be solar only powered.
Right.
You need a lot of real estate.
Yeah. And I mean, it's easy to say then that you're advocates of solar in general. I mean, we've been talking about solar propulsion, but you know, there's still boats with gensets.
Oh, and that's the thing that we pushed.
Yeah.
We eliminated the generator on our Airstream trailer.
Right.
First, years ago,
Right.
with lithium,
Yeah.
and
And
that's
solar-
what people should
solar
do.
and
Sure.
That's the
So-
best
yeah.
use of solar. Get a panel or two,
Yeah.
put it on your boat,
Right.
and get a good small lithium battery setup,
Yeah.
and you can get rid of your genset and
Yeah.
be very happy with a very simple setup.
Exactly. And the nice thing about that is that's appropriate for just about any boat.
Exactly.
Any
Yeah,
boat.
every boat
Exactly.
almost
Yeah.
can do
Anybody
that.
can
Right.
do that and not use a generator if you
Exactly.
don't want to.
I'm amazed actually cruising how many gensets are still running on this coast.
And so are we.
Yeah, it just amazes me.
It's shocking, actually.
Yeah, yeah. For someone who actually doesn't have any solar yet, but that.
You're getting there.
We're getting there. We're
You,
getting
you
there.
do have enough roof space for some solar.
For a little bit.
You can do that.
Well, it's really been great talking to you. Thank you so much. I should also, in full transparency, say I've had 2 blueberry pancake breakfasts aboard this vessel this week, and they've been absolutely fabulous as well. So
it's been a lot of fun.
We've really enjoyed meeting you.
Well, thank you very much.
And Lady Zephyrs.
Yes, who was down here briefly. Excellent. Thanks ever so much, and let the sun shine down on all of us.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Just, you know. I have just got to introduce you to my now almost best friend, Damian. He's a young shipwright here in Port Townsend at the Shipwrights Co-op, and he actually came up to General Bay.
Yes.
And met me up there. We had a really great time together.
What a pleasure that was.
Oh, well, that's really great. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. You may have seen his sweet little boat, Lacey, which was just ahead of me in the festival. And we'll get into the story about that for a little bit. But I've just had a full tour of the Shipwrights Co-op and wanted to just show you some of the stuff he does. I mean, Damian is systems. He's electrical. He's wood, obviously.
Wood.
But he's a master of metal. And I never would have guessed that. Can you just show us what this one thing you just finished?
So this is a project I did a couple years ago. This is a pedestal to raise up a bow thruster, or no, sorry, not a bow thruster, a windlass on this boat. It's a stainless box. It's all bent and welded plate. So the sides are 3 pieces bent and then welded down the center. Then there's an internal flange so it can be blind fastened without seeing any of the fasteners around it. That was welded in, then the top was welded on, followed by about a week of polishing so that the whole thing would be mirror polished to match the windlass.
All the other mirror polishing that's on this boat.
Along with.
Now I asked him to tell you a little bit about just this riser block, but everything shiny you also see behind that trim piece, which is for the back of the house coach roof. The extension you put on the bow roller.
The roller's been extended by about 18 inches.
Not to mention the bulk of all the pulpit work, rail work.
The
rail work, and in the aft as well.
This main rail was in combination with a co-worker.
Right.
It's a 2-person job.
It's a lot of metal to. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is when you find a young fellow like this that just is still jumping right back in to do the stuff, loves the work, and obviously is super rewarded by it. Yeah. And I'm just honestly, man, I'm glad to call you friend. I'm coming right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say I got Damian up early so we could do this shot because I got to go, but he's a shipwright. He was up way before I was.
Well, I don't know, maybe
a little bit. Anyway, I just wanted to also show you the boat, Lacey, that he basically. Well, I'll let you describe it. Tell us about what happened to Lacey.
So, when I was a student at the Northwest School of Wooden Boat Building, I was living aboard an older boat, and I discovered it had some issues. At about the same time, this boat, which was started about 10 years ago. Keel was laid about 10 years ago.
Right.
It was worked on for 2 years, and then the hull was shrink wrapped, and it was sent out in the parking lot to sit.
And where was that done?
That was at the Northwest School of Wooden Boat Building.
So this is a student-built boat.
The hull is a student-built boat.
Yeah.
When I was a student there, we brought it back in because we didn't have a Carvel boat in the shop that I was in. So we needed a boat. We needed a boat to put some Carvel planks on.
Right.
So this came back in. Then towards the end of the year, I just found out my other boat had problems and I probably needed to replace it.
Yeah.
I was looking at this boat. Started as kind of a joke. I was like, should I buy that boat? No. Oh. Yeah, I should buy that boat. I took the boat over with a hull, a deck, and some sticks
Right.
in place of the cabin.
And of course, no systems, no motor.
No systems, no motor,
Yeah.
no tanks,
Yeah.
no interior at all.
Yeah.
So here in the boatyard, at the Boathaven boatyard here, I put a tarp over the boat, and over the next 11 months, I built the house
What you got now?
under a tarp.
As I mentioned when we were inside looking at the other stuff, that Damian is a young shipwright and makes his own boats while he's. I mean, I'm just so happy to meet people like this today, and he's been an inspiration. I hope he's an inspiration for you as well.
As are you to me.
Oh well, thanks, mate. Thanks so much. Anyway, listen, I'm gonna head north. I'm gonna say goodbye to Damian, teary-eyed, and we'll see you again soon.
Of course.
It's been a really great weekend. I really appreciate what you've been part of it.
It's been excellent seeing you again.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
All right. And well, this is goodbye to beautiful Port Townsend and the fantastic weekend I've just had here. I mean, just unbelievable. The people, the boats, the city itself, just amazing. Okay, so I'm going around the corner and heading straight across the strait, directly for Victoria, about a 6-hour steam. The forecast is light airs and 1-foot seas. It looks a little choppier in here than I would have liked right now, but the wind is a southerly, so it'll be on my stern, so let's go. Well, hello and welcome to the Travels with Geordie Beer of the Week, coming to you this week from the beautiful aft cockpit of MV Poem back in Genoa Bay, British Columbia, after such an adventure. I need a beer. This is a Hop Diggity IPA from the Port Townsend Brewery, which was gifted to me by a very fine fellow known as David Lee, who came by to visit and brought me the beer, and we had a lovely chat as well. Thank you ever so much, David. I'm looking forward to this quite a bit. Wow, what a couple of weeks it's been. Of course, the Festival in Victoria, absolutely fabulous. Getting down to Port Townsend and what went on down there, wild and crazy stuff, I can tell you. Anyway, I need a sip of beer. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. That's pretty bold. Yowza. Okay, excellent. All right, let's get on with things. Last week's winner of a Travels with Geordie t-shirt is Pepper Jake 44. Congratulations, Pepper Jake. You get a hold of me and we'll make sure you get your Travels with Geordie t-shirt. I used to build houses. I made all kinds of terrible noise. I get it. Well, okay, I think we have a gap in the chainsaw, and if we move really quickly, we might be able to hear each other for a bit. I'd like to thank a new Patreon that came aboard last week, and that is Peter Richardson. Thank you ever so much, Peter. I'm very, very grateful. Now, in terms of these beers, so many of you kind people drop by beers for Beer of the Week, and I have to admit, some of you I'm not able to identify. So over the next several weeks, we'll be able to go through some of those beers and enjoy them, some of which I've already had one or two of. Absolutely lovely stuff. So thank you all, and when we get to your beer, I hope very much I can keep track of who you are. Cheers. All you need now is a word of the week, and that word of the week will be adventure. Adventure, yes, it was such an adventure this last couple of weeks, and just hope you're all having adventures this summer, or dream of adventures, or have adventures to recount from days gone by. See you next week. Cheers, adventure. Okay, now I've seen some business-like boats in my time, but I just have to show you this aluminum sailboat. I can't even describe everything that's going on here. I'll let you see for yourself.